to my Roll of Waves playthrough. So in the last episode, we had a glorious pair of battles against Germany and against Russia. And in this episode, we'll continue the fight. Let's look at what we've got still under construction. We have 3 Princetons still on the ways. The name ship of her class was delayed a few months. We have the Stanford class cruisers that are gradually getting completed, and we have a bunch of Stuart class destroyers on the way. We'll sling all of these over to Europe. All right, let's see what happens. Minesweepers. Crush them completely. Improved quadruple turrets. Good. Still baffled by multi-gun mounts on light cruisers. Coastal raid. I hate coastal raids, but we don't really have a choice. I want to actually do the raid. We'll see what we find. It's literally just a pair of destroyers? You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Destroy 1 bombardment target. How are we supposed to bombard literally anything with a pair of destroyers? Let's come up to 25 knots. So make this stupidly annoying mission come to a stop faster. Away we go. Literally any bombardment target possible will outgun us. Great, and now it's night, so how are we even supposed to find any ships? Like most of their batteries. I guess there could be a 4-inch gun battery that doesn't outgun us, but it has tons of concrete and belt armor because it's a land target, and we have diddly squat because we're a pair of destroyers. Alright, at least we can sink a thing. That will make my life slightly better. Let's see what we find. Getting pretty close before we identify it. Okay. Apparently we also can't hit it with any torpedoes. So that's a waste of torpedoes. Still can't hit it. What the heck, guys? let's see if we can find anything else of note. So ridiculous. Another unknown ship. I'm going to order the division to hold torpedo fire and not waste any more of our fish. Yeah, we certainly would not want to waste a torpedo on a destroyer that we can sink by gunfire alone. As I said. And we've blundered in range of a land target. You know what? Let's see what kind of land target it might be. Oh, well, let's deal with this first. It's another destroyer. All right, there's a bunch of ships. And we're no longer holding torpedo fire. That's for sure. Whoops. Boy, did they do a number on us. I guess I should not have charged so directly into them because they got some good critical hits in. You'd think that, you really would think that in a night action we could have gotten close enough to them to drop some fish in the water, but apparently not. Beale is down to 2 knots. I want to see what happened to Beale. We took 4 medium hits. Nope, just straight up hits with a fire. No critical hits, just straight up. Lots of accurate 6-inch fire from the cruiser, I guess. Alright, I guess there's nothing that can be done for Beale. That sucks. Oh, it's day again already. That's bad. That is bad frickin' news. Beale launched some torpedoes. That was good. We'll see if the cruiser is stupid enough to get broadside such that it can take some torpedoes. Nope, it's not stupid enough. Oh, that torpedo almost hit the destroyer. That was nice. This is what I get for the battle generator giving me 2 destroyers against a considerable fleet, rather than one of my 9 battle cruisers. Well, that's a shame. That was an unmitigated disaster. Decent battle cruiser. Not much belt. Good deck. For its displacement, that's a pretty good deck. And we're still blockading them. Good, we made up the VP losses. Okay. Peace. Peace in our time. Allowed value is only 4. That's ridiculous. Guess we'll take Sakhalin. Gives us a base in Northeast Asia. All right. So they're all mothballed. I think we can go ahead and scrap our 2 oldest battle cruisers because they're not even fast enough to chase down cruisers, and they're too weak to stand in the line. Probably should also scrap the 2 Constitutions. But I'm not positive. So everything in Northern Europe gets to come home. All right, really tempted to scrap those. They're not slower. They have decent armor, but they have only 12-inch guns. So they're going to be a liability in any kind of fleet action. So sorry, guys. The Yorktowns are not the worst class. It's a bunch of independences, which still have 9 14-inch. The Tychos have the 12 14-inch, and it isn't until the Franklins and the Bunker Hills and the upcoming Princetons that we get up to 16-inch. Still, I guess, worth keeping them all. Even the Yorktowns. Well, the Yorktowns are not well armored. 12-inch belt, 14-inch belt, 3-inch deck. It's not until the Tychos that they really can stand up to modern fleet actions. Let's also get rid of all of our old destroyers. They're liabilities. put our cruisers on foreign station duty. You have a bunch more destroyers coming up. But we're definitely going to have to halt some things. And we need those modern cruisers. I thought we were already building new docks, but I guess not. So this comes off the ways and goes directly into mothballs. So 4 of these go to Southeast Asia. Four of these go to the Caribbean. And then some of these will go to the West Coast. Banana Wars. Okay, weight savings on armor. All right, we're going to move 2 divisions of destroyers to the West Coast. And then we need, we'll see, but I think we're going to still need to build a bunch more destroyers. By all means, because we don't use submarines. All right, Princeton will finally commission. Well, will launch and gets commissioned, but it's still working out. All right. Now let's check destroyers. We have 1, 2, 3 on the East Coast, 4, 5 on the East Coast, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the East Coast. Excuse me. We'll make another Stuart refit that has even better fire control. And let me just make sure that it preserves the fact yes, speed is 36. Good. So we'll keep our 36 knot speed. I'm just paranoid about that because somebody reported hitting a bug with that. And we'll lay down a few of these. Wow, they're rebuilding their ancient armored cruisers. If that's how they want to spend their money. Okay, at some point we've got to research that cruiser thing. All right, it has improved director. $211 tons. What can we squeeze? We can squeeze another ½ inch of belt. This is more handsome. So slightly fewer rounds, but a little bit more belt armor. Slight change from Stanford. Pittsburgh. Oh, crap, right. It really should have TDS-4. Although, that's insanely heavy. I guess we'll just go up another 1,000 tons. It's not really that much more expensive. So we'll lay down 2. Be done in 2 years. New docks complete. Finally, we can make some good light cruisers. All right. And being us, we will, of course, actually, excuse me. I want to get the smallest, lightest heavy cruiser we can get. Interesting. 10 10-inch guns. That's a heck of a cruiser. And then we're going to swap to light cruiser. Excuse me. Yeah, this is going to be tough. I guess we have to only have 9 6-inch guns. And this definitely needs 250 rounds. I guess we can do 32 knots. I guess we have to do 31 knots. Do we even want to bother with such a cruiser? I guess we do. To have 33 knots, we'd have to free up an obscene amount of tonnage. I guess we'll stay at 31 knots. I'm tempted to just build a crap ton of the heavy cruisers, because this is so obviously inferior, partly because it's only 2/3 of the tonnage. It's only 3 months faster to build. It's cheaper for sure, but I'm going to save it for now and just build more of the Princetons. Sorry, the Pittsburghs. Because, like, they're just so obviously superior. The only problem is they're not as good at plinking destroyers, but they're also faster, so they can... I mean, you can still hit destroyers with 12-inch guns, so 8-inch guns should be fine. Better torpedoes, fleet tactics. Oh, we've already gotten all the techs, I guess. Yeah, fleet tactics is already good. We apparently missed 2. We need 1 more of these. We need 1 more of these. All right. Okay. Finally, our cruisers are coming online. Yeah, one of our battle cruisers was just hanging out. I'm going to send our old battle cruisers to the west coast. And start dispersing our cruisers. We'll build a few more destroyers. That is a decent battle cruiser. They keep making these advances in fleet tactics and they do us no good. There goes that tension. Through the roof. We'll lay down another cruiser. Pretty soon we should lay down our next battleships, I guess, with all our advances. Like, yeah. Actually, let's check gun data on these. I think I already did this, but for the sake of argument. 27.8 inches at 5,000 yards. just shy of 6 inches of deck at 25,000 yards, max range 33. Max range 35. More deck penetration, less belt penetration. Great. Apparently, you can't really go over 52,000. I forgot about that. So that seems to be about as good as we'll be getting. I thought the hacked version of this supported better speed calculations, but I'll have to look at the file. Anyway. Yeah, I know your specs. I don't care. 18-inch guns. Synthetic fire control computer. So that's cool. Especially because it doesn't require any rebuilds, it just exists. So we're going to accelerate all these cruisers. And we'll build one more Princeton, because why not? Have a full 4-ship class. I want to look at Japan ships. Japan has no truly modern battle cruisers. They all have 12-inch guns. .29 knots, 10 12-inch guns, 11-inch belt. What are they doing? Oh, it must have more deck armor, I guess, because look at that. 32,000 tons, 11-inch belt, 10 12-inch guns. Slightly more guns, but way more displacement. Interesting, her location is our west coast. And all right, so some of those building. Yeah, so even our old ships are broadly superior to that. But she does have a lot of them. Russia, by contrast, has fewer. Oh, one good battle cruiser, but the rest kind of, yeah, although 9 14-inch guns is not bad. But anyway, short episode tonight. I think it's about time to call it quits. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.